Hello everyone, my name is Incoherence, and welcome back to Oriental Empires. Now you guys may recall, roughly a year ago, probably exactly a year ago, actually, I recorded a few episodes of this, and I kind of dropped it pretty quickly, mostly because of stability issues. In the meantime, in that year, there have been some patches addressing diplomacy, combat, and most importantly, stability. Because that is the primary reason I stopped recording it at the time, just because it crashed all the fucking time, all the time. It crashed all the time, and only when I was recording, which was the cherry on top of it all. Now, just recently, I think within the last week or two, there has been a patch, and I caught wind of that, started looking at the game again, got reinterested, and it's kind of dug its claws into me again, so I've been playing it, and you know what, I wanted to record it again just to show you guys the state of the game now, and I'm just going to give you a little bit of my opinion at this current juncture. To me, this seems to me like it will be a early access title that is, if not indefinitely in early access, it's going to be in development for a long time, because in that year, it seems like there has been no appreciable difference, and I hate to say that because I know, in fact, when you're developing games, there's all sorts of things going on behind the scenes that are not immediately apparent, coding, these sorts of things, scripts, so on and so forth, but from my perspective, there were issues in the game a year ago that still persist. There haven't been very many new features, there haven't been many features tweaked much. It just seems like the game has been caught in a stasis, if you will. Now, I know that's... just take that with a huge grain of salt, because, of course, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I just want to let you know that if you're still interested in this game, now's not the time to hop in. Unless, of course, you are experienced with early access titles, and you are okay with playing these sorts of things like I am. Now, having said all of that, let's just jump into the game, okay? It's still fun. I still have a lot of fun with it. It's just kind of annoying at times, all right? But yeah, let's jump into the game proper here. Now, I wanted to record some new episodes, but I did not want to start all over again. I didn't want to have to start a new campaign, so what I have done is I've spoofed the old save, because of course, the old save, like, it loaded and it ran, but for whatever reason the performance was much worse. I'm not sure what that was about. So what I've done is I've just spent an hour or two to spoof the old save. So in effect, you can watch all the original episodes and then kind of just, I'm hoping, gracefully slide into the new ones. Sort of, it'd just be like a spiritual successor of the original campaign, if that makes sense. Anyway, let's just see what is going on at the moment. So I founded two cities in roughly the same position as before. Yiyang I founded first, and unfortunately the population growth has been incredibly slow, because I think primarily I've got more people in the fields, like tilling the soil, weeding, rather than getting their dick wet, you know what I mean? Rather than fucking at home. Now, I can't exactly force people to have sex. I mean you could do, like, under threat of violence, but that's not the sort of empire I want to run. I want everyone to fuck freely, okay? Unfortunately, the opportunity for sex it's dwindled ridiculously so, because I've had so many people chopping trees, fucking tilling the soil, working the land, and building roads. I've connected most of my cities, I think, Yiyang to Chang as well. Chang? I'm not sure. So yeah, that's all I'm saying. Yiyang is quite small, even though it's our first city. Although, having said that, for its size, it is punching far above its weight when it comes to income. I think it's making more than the other two cities combined and almost doubled, which is pretty ridiculous. Now, the second city I founded was Yangdi up in the north. We're having some problems, let's be honest. For whatever reason, the White D have come and they've burned the shit out of my crops. Now, I don't know if this is like an intentional action of theirs, or if this is just a byproduct of them moving through my territory. Because they were moving from the south northward, and then they just kind of stopped by, you know, they had a few beers, things got crazy, and what do you know? They just fucking started burning the shit out of stuff. Kind of like the Crusaders back in the day, you know? They're like, let's go to Byzantium, but on the way there, let's kill all the Jews. Let's do that. And then they got drunk, and I don't know, somehow they ended up in Turkey. I think I'm fucking mixing a bunch of crusades there. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that these White D have come and burned the shit out of my crops. I'm not sure why. We're not at war. We are, however, at war with the Dong Yi of the north. They came by and saw us, and they said, well, fuck yous. Then they declared war, and then they fucked off back north, which is fine with me, but I have a bunch of troops standing by in Yangdi. I have some nobles heading eastward with some settlers to found a new city, and then I can kind of split my forces between those two cities. Like, at this point in the game, I don't want to be... I don't want to, like, just throw my settlers to the wind, like, well, you're on your own, you know? If the Dong Yi come to kill you, I'm not responsible. But at the same time, now's the time to be expansionist because territory has not been claimed. So basically what I'm saying is we need to be cautious but expansionist at the same time. So we've got those guys marching east in the north to found a new city. Wherever is a good spot. And right now I'm not really seeing anything that's standing out. Like, this is all, it's just plain territory. Plains, rather, farmlands. So we could settle a city here or over here at the moment. It makes no difference. If I see any resources, I'll preferably settle next to those. But at the time of this recording, not a lot going on in the east. Yeah, let's just take a quick aside to look at Yangdi. So Yangdi, I found it next to a resource of fish, which has caused the population to fucking explode. Like I said, Yangdi was the third settlement, the second one that I founded. And it's already got 10 people in it, and I think if I have less people working, it's going to start growing immensely again. I've got people building a quay, a quay, and some farms and shit like that. Roads, I think, as well. Yeah, so Yangdi, let's sum it up this way. Yangdi, known for its booming population, Yiyang, known for its bustling economy. Now, just a quick note, very interesting. Upon starting a new save, in this version of the game, the Han Empire, all of their cities have different names. For example, in the original campaign, the capital was called Irlatau. Now it's called Chang. I'm not sure what the point of that is. Maybe someone at the game dev studio just opened a history book and they went, oh fuck, we have it all wrong. We're looking at the wrong history. I have no idea. I'm not saying that's, you know, what happened. It's a scenario. It's definitely a possibility. Okay, so what else is going on here? Okay, we have another expedition heading out west to push westward. I'm thinking I want to found a city on this little... it's not a plateau. There's a word for this sort of formation of land. But, you know, on this tile or this tile is good to go, I think. Let's go here. I've sent some militiamen with these guys to scout as well. Another thing I want to do is... Yeah, I want to scout with this mission because some minerals would be good to have. Now, in the south, we are quite friendly with the Chu. I think we're trading with them. And they've basically blocked me from gathering this copper and shit in this little small mountain range here. So we're going to have to maneuver north overhead of them, cross some rivers, do some scouting, that sort of shit. Now, there is another little small kingdom to the north, and it is the Shang, I believe. They're red. We haven't met them yet in this campaign, but we will do quite shortly. Now, let's take a look at our leaders. We have our faction heir is named Guan Chen. He is in Yiyang, because we were having quite a few issues with bandits outside of Yiyang, which have since been squashed by Guan Chen, I think. And then I've had to send our king? Let's say king. I've had to send our king... Are you ready for this? Chao Chu... Oh, no. Zhao Chu That's his name. That's the one. I've had to send him... Is he the... Hold on. Yeah, he's the leader. For some reason, he has less chi than his heir, his son. His son is, like, totally banging, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's fucking, like, going out being like, "Hey, girl, what you doing? When you done your shift at the noodle shop, you come see me. I got that chi, you know what I'm saying?" I don't know what that what that voice is. Sort of like, I guess, like an urban thing. Anyway, it's mostly because Guan Chen has fought a bunch of battles. But anyway, let's hop back out onto the map. I want to do a quick save here because I'm still having issues with, unfortunately, crashes. So that's that. Recently, our original faction leader died in battle outside of Yiyang, so we were having issues with noble unrest because we didn't have a lot of authority. I think now we're kicking around 4, so these guys are fucking happy now. But in addition, I have built a pavilion outside of Zhang, which it's a summer palace apparently, and this pleases the nobles. Did I talk about why I meant to do this? Okay, Yiyang is making a shit ton of money because of these 2 tiles of rhinoceros next to the city. I think it's 60 gold coins per tile, if I remember correctly. Income, rather. Yeah. So, I did want to make a small amendment to my original statement on the state of the game. They did add a few resources since I last played. For example, these mulberries increase the value of silk produced in Yiyang. And there's also kaolinite over here by the Chu, which does the same for pottery produced in whomever controls that resource. So yeah, I suppose that's one thing that I have noticed is they've added some resources, and those are the 2 new ones that I've seen. And I'm sure there's more for different trade goods. There's probably shit for jade. I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, so we're going to send these settlers up north to this tile to perhaps found a city. I kind of want to hold off for a little bit, just because, or even here would be good. Would it? That would be better, actually. Yeah, I want to hold off a little bit because there could very well be resources, like minerals, right around the corner. Let's see. Am I building anything in the cities? No. I've built I have built a foundry and a bazaar in the capital. In Yiyang, I've built a... Oh, I see. I'm building a bazaar and a silk weaver. And I think in Yangdi, I'm not building anything but a key... Oh no, my mistake. We're building walls and a bazaar in preparation for the upcoming war, and also in preparation for the new road that we're building. The road from Zhang to... what's this fucking place called? We have Yiyang and Yangdi. I knew that. Jesus Christ. We've got a new road in the works from Zhang to Yangdi. Let's see. We're gonna have to build from Zhang, rather. Okay, yeah, we are actually still building in Zhang these roads, and we'll finish it off, actually, I think. No, we'll do one more tile in Yangdi, okay? We'll do one more fucking tile, that one. Shazam. Now, I think we can actually end the turn here because there's not much else going on. I've basically replicated all of the tech that we researched in the original campaign. Right at this particular moment, we are researching flood protections, flood control, rather. We are researching decorated ceramics, which will allow us to build pottery workshops. We're researching shamanism, which will increase culture and thus happiness. And then we finally are researching the composite bow. The old composite bow. Okay, let's end the turn and see what happens in both the east and west, rather. I'm very interested to see what is in the fog of war. Oh yeah, I should mention that while we are at war with the Dongyi, the Shang to the north are also at war with the Dongyi. So every time I end the turn, oh, fine. Look at that. We met the Shang. Information about enemies. So I think this is one of the things that was added in one of the diplomacy patches. They did add a few more options. Information about enemies. I think we're talking about the Dongyi. Let's go. Okay. Oh, look at that. The Dongyi want they want peace. And they're only going to give us 1 gold. I don't think so. I think we're going to draw out this war a little bit, see if we can get something. Because those fucking guys declared war on us. Oh, shit. Is this... Okay, there we go. Prepare for battle. We are coming. Hear the lamentations of their women. The Dongyi have tried to get peace from us, but the White D, unfortunately, they have declared war. Which is very bizarre. These fucking guys. I haven't done anything to them. I'm just sitting here, farming, making cities, and then the Dongyi go and found Jibei. Which is not a problem. Actually, I think I know where the White D... The White D are way up in the north. In Changshan, Lingxiao, and perhaps some other cities. Let's talk to the Shang and find out what's going on with them. Their wealth is... It's only adequate. We're not rich, we're not poor. Our wealth is adequate. Power is equal, apparently. Let's see if we can get a non-aggression pact in the form of a fraternal harmony pact. I think they're not going to like that. Nope, they're not into that for some reason. Actually, you know what? Let's see if we can get a glimpse at their capital, because that's a thing, is it not? Information, reveal capital location. We will give you not 100, but 50. Okay, here we go. 20, 16, 14, 10. Really? That's all you need? 10, 12. Let's just go and even 20. Boom. We have just bought some information from these assholes. Let's talk to the Dongyi, see if they're willing to give us anything. Offer to make immediate peace. Okay, that's fine. They're not into this in any way, shape, or form, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to do this another day. Now, Dongyi, I can see you're mad. I'm gonna come back later when you calm down. That's the number one thing to say when you really want to piss someone off, okay? You're just having like a heated conversation. I don't know about you guys, but this certainly gets me, okay? This is what really grinds my gears. Have like a heated conversation, not even like to the point of yelling, okay? Just be like, you know what? We're not doing this right now because I can see you're too angry, okay? And it's like, nah, bitch, I wasn't angry before, but now I'm fucking angry now. Oh, man. What a ramble. Okay, we're gonna found, apparently not here. We cannot found the city here because it is on the coast, I think. Which is something that I had forgotten about. So we're gonna have to move here, unfortunately, to found that city. But that does mean we will immediately reap the rewards of both this tile of game and this tile of fish, which is... that's going to outpace even Yangdi when it comes to population growth. Amazing. Okay, speaking of, we've built a farm, we've built a road. We've got a road in Chang, a farm in Yiyang. News of peace between the Dongyi and Shang. Okay, so that's why they don't necessarily want peace now, because we're their only enemy, and we have met the Shang. Very interesting. Okay, where are these guys at? Oh, yes, of course. Let's head back to Yang for now. Population growth is stagnant. Why is that? We are building a bunch of shit. That's why. Yeah, we're building the bazaar. Are we doing roads at the moment? I think it's strictly building. That's right. Okay. In Yangdi, we have 3 people building. That's just fine. I desperately want that. I don't desperately want it. I do just plain want that bazaar in Yiyang for now. So we'll just leave that. When it comes to Chang, I think we should actually build this road south so that we can get proper trade with the Chu. At the moment, we're making 0 profit from trade, essentially, across the empire because we're not building anything worthwhile to buy, you know? Like, we're selling, like, rice and shit. We're not selling bronze, jade, fine goods, unfortunately. Okay, we're gonna head further east here Should we just fucking wipe out this this general? Wouldn't that be amazing? You know what, we're gonna try it. We're gonna send the settler on his own. Just to here, we're gonna grab these nobles, we're gonna send them north. And see what happens. Could very well be that these... I have a feeling these white D are gonna be fleeing to the... It looks to me like they're heading east. So we'll cut them off before they head to the forest, perhaps? Should we just head into the forest? No, we'll just do this. I'm not sure what is lying to the east. What I do know, though, is that we do not want to settle our city in the marsh. If anything, we'll go just south of the marsh. We do have lots of beautiful open spaces to found cities. For example, in here, we could build a city. But I kind of have a resistance to that at the moment. And I'm not sure why. On the one hand, the game recommends you build cities like 8 tiles away from each other. Primarily, I think that is because if you want really big cities, they need a lot of land to farm. For example, Chang, our capital, is probably going to end up farming like fucking, I don't know, this big, massive, you know, pile of land, while Yiyang and Yangdi perhaps not so much. Maybe 4 tiles out they'll be farming. So what I'm imagining is if I build this city here, it's just going to be a small city anyway. So that's my thing. You can have lots of small cities or fewer large cities. It's just a matter of time scale, I suppose. Like if in 200 years or whatever the time scale is, you want lots of large cities, you need to give them space. On the other hand, one of the pros of small cities is the actual efficient utilization of space and tiles. For example, there's no reason we can't farm these tiles right now just by founding a city. But I kind of feel like I'm just repeating myself at this point, so let's just move on. I feel like you guys get the drift, and I don't know how to neatly tie that fucking conversation up in a nice little bow. So let's just move on and end the turn. And I think another 5 minutes and we can end the episode here. If you guys want to see more of this, of course, you know, just let me know. I am willing to record it as long as you guys are willing to watch it, essentially. And I suppose as long as it doesn't keep crashing and cause me to lose sleep. No, that's not what was happening before, but it definitely... Oh my god, look at these assholes. Here come the Dong Yi across the river. I feel like we should prevent them from crossing. For whatever reason, we cannot cross into that marsh. That's fine. We have a river crossing here. We also have one down here. Right? Yes. Okay. We'll block those 2 river crossings. And I think, yeah, we'll just head perhaps here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 10. This is apparently the distance, a good distance from Yiyang right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not a very good distance from Yangdi, so I would have to move maybe like here, here, here. Huh, that's a tough one. I think we will settle right the fuck there. That way we get a nice plot of land. We're not immediately farming that marsh. We'll have to drain it at some point. Or deal with it in some way. I think there's a way to deal with marshes in this. I can't recall, actually, at this particular junction. I have to be honest with you guys. I can't remember what you can do with marshes. But anyway, we'll move here. We'll found a city, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's going to be a bit tight over here, but that's just fine. And then from there, we can explore further east. And I can imagine we can put a city, like, down here, too. If need be. Who the fuck are you? Woo. What? Who are the Woo? Have we not... Apparently we've not met these assholes yet. Very interesting. Okay, so we've got a road in Yangdi, a road in Chang. This is fine. Zhang. We'll definitely found a city right here. And we're going to call it Yangcheng. Very nice. Okay, so Yangcheng is going to farm this entire Like, is it an isthmus? Is that the right word? I don't know. These guys don't even need to farm. Look at this. 9 food immediately. That's ridiculous. Okay, we're going to build a farm right here. No, on the coast. Boom. Yangcheng. I'm seeing a bit of a pattern here. Yiyang, Yangdi, Yangcheng. Come on, guys. Let's get creative. You know what I mean? Green is not a creative color. We're going to cross the river. New. Let's not declare war. Can we not cross while those guys are standing there? Okay. Just sit tight for now, I suppose. Move into the city, perhaps. We'll get these guys to... Okay, we got some wild game north of the river. We'll follow the river... actually, we'll follow this river south, because that seems to take us into the mountains, which is definitely what I want to see. I want to see some minerals. Minerals, Marie! And that's really about it for this episode, you guys. It seems like, yeah, that's all that's going on. 3 turns, 1 new city, and a nice recap of what the fuck is going on. We're going to build a road south to the Chu, perhaps the trade. We're going to continue pushing east. I'm pretty sure the coast is somewhere out here, and I would like to dominate the coast if at all possible. It looks to be, yeah, this is definitely it here. Coastal waters, navigable river. Yeah, so we're going to have to fucking branch as far as we can go. The thing is, we have a lot of space to settle in. We are currently booming economically, and we have 2 cities that are going to be booming population-wise. Immense populations. These are the greatest cities this side of the Yangtze River. Okay. Basically what I'm trying to say is we have a lot of opportunity to expand. We have the materials to do it, and so we shall. I think we're still several turns away from getting new settlers unless Yiyang grows large enough rather quickly, which is going to take a while. I think we're still a turn or 2 away from... Okay, 1 more turn to build that bazaar. Let's build the Silk Weaver first, actually, and then we can utilize the bazaar afterwards, if that makes sense. Yeah, at the moment we're barely trading, so we desperately need some resources. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, be sure to leave a like. Please definitely leave a comment. The more feedback I get, the more I'm going to record, and the more content for you guys to watch. As always, my name is Incoherence. This has been a new and improved edition of Oriental Empires, and I hope to see you guys later.